Right, buddy, these are going to be the topic videos. I'm going to be talking about Andre Onana in this case. A player who got a lot of criticism yesterday for his performance against Nottingham Forest. I think it was a lot of undeserved criticism. I don't think he should have got as much hate as he should have. Yes, it was a performance where he did make quite a few mistakes and wasn't his best performance. He played in 90 minutes, he made one error, 3 goals conceded. And the mistake he did make was a real schoolboy error. I mean, you look at the ball straight at him for that Gibbs White one, and he just makes a simple decision. Now listen, we can't be too overreactionary. Onana has been one of the best goalkeepers in the league this season, and yes, mistakes happen. They are a part of football, part of life, and that's ultimately something that we will have to move on with. Amarim did himself talk about how it just wasn't good enough, and how Onana has saved us many times, which he has. You look at Liam Delap against Ipswich, he single-handedly kept us in that game. There's been other occasions this season. I think since January up until now, he's had a really good spell. Obviously, there are areas where I think he can improve. I think it's the tagging also just not working. I think he does take too long on the ball sometimes. Taking 40 seconds with that free kick was really infuriating. I think you've got to look at Onana. He's one of the best goalkeepers in the world. I think he has the highest clean sheet, most goals prevented. For me, he's a player who's been massively over-criticised. And you look what Manchester United need. The game against Nottingham Forest, as I said, I've got his stats here. Let's have a look. Accurate passes, I mean, 89%. Accurate long balls, 50% completion. Like, it wasn't the greatest. I think some of the corners, he could have done better on. I think on the Chris Wood goal, he should have done better on that. Should have just claimed it, got rid of it. Him on the first goal, listen, it was just a great corner. But we have seen those mistakes in Onana before. And listen, when I'm sure he will come back from it, because he is a top player and he's a quality player. So, yeah, listen, very, very happy with Onana at the moment. I just want to talk to him because I've seen a lot of abuse in his Instagram comments, and no player should have to go through that. Onana is a player who has been very underrated this season for Manchester United. You look at what we need, he's been fantastic. In terms of his season stats, he's been very, very good. So yeah, I think it's undeserved criticism. Yes, you can critique a player on a mistake that he made. That's all good. But when you're racially abusing him, that shouldn't happen in football. And as I said, I think Onana's been brilliant. This season he's had some fantastic games, and I think it was just a sloppy mistake, but the whole team wasn't great, to be honest with you, and that's something that you do have to take into consideration. Going forward, he will be that #1 goalkeeper. Amarim does like him a lot. He's the first choice. He's a modern-day keeper. I think he can add a lot to this Manchester United team. There's a lot more he can add. I think on the ball, he's got to make better decisions, and he has to be more confident. I think sometimes, as I said, he does take too long on the ball, which is a huge worry for me. And he needs to be quicker releasing it. The diagonal passes need to stop. There's something that's not working. Just teams will pick him up easily and just put us under pressure. But other than that, I think he did have a very, very poor game. And listen, he will improve. There's no doubt. I have full faith in Onana. I think he's a fantastic keeper. And again, he's someone with a strong mentality. I'm sure will come over this. It was a simple mistake. Mistakes are part of games. But again, he's a very high-rated keeper. I think he has the most XG prevented in the league. You do make blunders from time to time, and ultimately these are the sort of things that will massively cost Manchester United and need to be eradicated out of football. But we move. I like him. I think he's a quality keeper. And yeah, man, as I said, you look at the game before that. What was it, Nottingham Forest? Before that, we played Arsenal. He had a decent game against Arsenal. Just made some good saves there. Then before that, we had Everton, kept the clean sheet. So we are being a bit too overreactionary, but I did want to do a quick 4 or 5 minute segment on him because, again, a player who has been overly criticised. You do make a mistake, and you look at Onana, he's one of my favourite goalkeepers. I like him a lot. I think the way that he's confident on the ball, he distributes it well at times, he's very confident. His shot stopping has always been an issue. I think that's something that must improve. I think it will improve, but yeah, we have to give him time. And I think someone who will become good for Manchester United. But listen, let me know your thoughts. Leave a like. Listen, he was brilliant so far this season. Hopefully he can keep it up into the next game. Mistakes are part of the game. Players will make the odd mistake. Yes, they could be costly than others, but I think it does cost us the game, but we move from here. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching. Peace.